Okay, we're live. Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's going to be me and Alex over at Movie Odyssey TV, and we're finally kicking things off here with Grindhouse with Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror. So how's it going there, Alex?
Yeah, pretty good. Just gonna watch Planet
All right,
Terror.
yeah. So I guess you want to join me on Tuesday for Death Proof too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. But yeah, we'll get to the chat here in a minute. But yeah, I got the Internet Archive link is pinned at the top. I believe this movie's like an hour, 31 minutes. So we should probably be here for the average of 2 hours tonight. And yeah, so we did Hobo with a Shotgun a few nights ago. So we're going to get into the double feature with Grindhouse here. And it looks like I'm going to be able to squeeze in Machete. Seems like I'm going to be able to squeeze that in. I'm going to try to schedule that for Thursday. So that'll be July 31st, more than likely at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it looks like we'll be able to squeeze all 4 of these movies in before the end of this month, and then we'll jump into August and get things going there. But yeah, overall, I remember seeing these movies in the theater. And at the time, it was really the only thing I was really looking forward to. So I would say that, like, just trying to like remember and reflect on my expectations for it, I was looking forward to it, but I didn't really know what to expect out of these movies too much, besides the fact that, you know, you have 2 well-known directors with Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. But yeah, being in the theater, just being completely blown away by this movie right here, Planet Terror, the first one they screened. But I had no knowledge of the trailers that were being shown in between that before Death Proof. And I didn't expect to have some kind of laughs throughout this viewing experience with this double bill. But yeah, I mean, just getting the what's that, the werewolf woman of the SS, the Edgar Wright's Don't trailer, like that one really fucking killed me with laughter. The Don't trailer, that one really got me. But what's that? The Nicolas Cage as like the Fu Manchu,
the Nicolas Cage
and then. Yeah, this is my Mecca.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Yeah,
I wish
they were all so good.
I wish they made that.
I mean, Eli Roth made Thanksgiving, so who knows, man?
Yeah.
You get the right money and motivation and people put in place, we might get that movie. Who knows? But
Nicolas Cage does enough.
But yeah, But like I did see Machete in the theater too, and that was another one I really enjoyed. But yeah, I did not expect us to end up getting movies, actual full feature films for Hobo with a Shotgun and Machete. So these movies are just fucking knockout fun overall. But did you see these in the theater? Did you see any of these in the theater?
I saw, I think, a double feature with this and Death Proof.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's good, man. It's good stuff. But you know what else? When I was like searching on Internet Archive for links, I actually found that somebody uploaded a print of Planet Terror without all the damage, like the film damage in it. Like all the specks and the cracks and the scratches. And I was like, damn, like I don't know how somebody pulled all that shit out like that. Maybe it's a lot easier than I'm thinking of, but yeah, it's someone took the time to like clean it all up. But like I'd actually would like to see it without all the print damage, just to see what it's like with like full clarity and everything. So maybe I might watch that another time. But I'm gonna stick with the Blu-ray here. But speaking of the Blu-ray, actually, like I know like recently like these movies were re-released, but you can buy both movies in one set, but you can't get them on one disc anymore, where everything is played like it was in the theater. And I don't even know if you get in the features. I don't know if you get the trailers in the features or not. But I have the original pressing Blu-ray that came with the slipcover. And yeah, it's what's on that disc. And then you get a bonus disc is the way it was intended to see in the theater and everything. And I do know that another company released might have been a 4K or a Blu-ray. I can't remember. It might have been Grindhouse releasing or somebody. I don't know. Someone released it with a nice lenticular slipcover though, and that is the way you view it. It's the way it was intended to be viewed, like the theatrical release and everything. But But yeah. So I'm just thinking, am I getting something over here? But you know, just actually, I'd say real quick, out of both of these movies, it is tough to pick a favorite. And I think that's another thing that's so good about Grindhouse is the fact that each movie, Death Proof and Planet Terror, are equally good. So picking one over the other, there's no wrong choice, right? I'm going to
Yeah.
lean a little bit more towards Planet Terror just based on the cast. And, you know, it's a fucking chaotic action zombie movie. It's a relentless ride. You even get a little bit of Bruce Willis in it, which I'm surprised that his name actually isn't on the starring actors list for some reason. Obviously, he's in the movie. His name is there in the credits, but just surprised that his name wasn't on the initial list. You know, he's obviously in the movie, but yeah, I just prefer Planet Terror just a little bit more over Death Proof. And it does seem like whenever like, you know, a conversation gets brought up about these movies, it seems like a lot of people lean towards more with Death Proof. And like I said, there's really no wrong movie to pick here, but which one do you prefer the most?
Uh, I'd go with Planet Terror.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
yeah. It's, you know, you really can't go wrong with them. It's either one, but you know,
Which is
like I
surprising
went,
because it's Rodriguez over Tarantino, but I don't know. I just think
you
this
know,
movie's more fun than Death Proof.
you know, I thought about that too because I love everything from Quentin Tarantino. I've never been
Yeah.
disappointed by him. And like when I was like, you know, making my decision on that like years ago, I was like, man, I can't believe I'm picking something over Tarantino right now. You know, like
Yeah.
wow.
Hey, it's got to be honest, you know.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it's I don't know. I just think the cast in Planet Terror, you know, it's you get a chaotic zombie fucking movie. It's just pacing in it's just perfectly done in my opinion. Rose McGowan with a fucking M16 for a leg or whatever that assault rifle is. It's just
It's so
man,
ridiculous.
it's so much fucking fun. And you know, another thing is like the zombie effects, all that gooey, dripping, fleshy, like melting flesh and everything. It's just like, oh my god! I almost feel like like sometimes when I'm watching this movie and I'm seeing people melt, like even Tarantino, who's in the movie, when you see him get all fucked up, I almost feel like I could feel stomach acid in the back of my throat, like coming up or something. So,
Yeah.
but
It's
yeah,
fun.
let's go
It's
ahead
a
and
fun
get to the
movie.
chat. Really is both of them. I mean, even like you know, we watched Hobo the other night. I know you said you watched the replay on the stream and it was a first time watch for you.
Yeah.
It's you know, Hobo with a Shotgun is just a very over the top chaotic ride too,
Yeah.
along with Machete.
Yeah. Hobo's like a cartoon, like almost. Like
Yeah, like a like a comic book, you know,
yeah,
something like that. Like it,
it's like a comic book, but yeah,
yeah,
it's so crazy. And then he's like, I want to buy a lawnmower, and it's like, but you're a
yeah,
hobo. You don't
and
even have a lawn.
yeah, he's trying to make the best out of such a shitty situation, and I
Yeah,
love like you know like the prostitute who he ends up like defending and everything, and he's like,
yeah,
you should be a teacher, and
yeah.
like you know when he's like. You know, he's like saving her at one point. He's like, she's a teacher. It's like, no, she's not. She's a
Teacher.
fucking hooker.
She's like, you know, I'm not a teacher, right? He's like, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, man. But like, you know, another thing is like going back and watching Hobo, I realized at the end, like, you know, when you see the hobo die, it really reminded me of how Roddy Piper dies and They Live. How, like, you know, like he kind of sacrifices him for, you know, a better cause or a greater good, whatever you want to call that there. But yeah, it was like the first time I watched Hobo in a long time. It's one of the reasons why we even did that movie anyway was because of a subscriber who's down in the chat right now, Greg Brewer. He requested the movie, and I was already planning on doing these movies anyway with Grindhouse. So yeah, it all worked out well. And yeah, so let's get to the chat here, and we'll get the movie started. Maybe in about 10-15 minutes from now, we'll see how quick we can get through this chat. This referral link is motherfucker, man. Get out of my way, please. All right. And yeah, speaking of the devil, there goes Greg Brewer. Hey, what's up there, Greg? Hi, all. Hope all is well. Yeah, everything's all good here, Greg. Good to see you here again. And we got Anthony's here too. What's up there, Anthony? Hello. Oh, yeah. I know the other night when you were here, Anthony, yeah, you were pretty well over the top and intoxicated, but yeah, yeah, that's definitely welcomed on this channel, you know. And we got the Sailor Outlaws here too. What's up there, George? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. And yeah, people saying hello to each other. We got Jim's movie channel here too. What's up there, Jim? Rusty, no. I think he's talking about when the dog gets fucking killed. But Jeff Fahey's in this. Who, speaking of Jeff Fahey, real quick, I've always liked Jeff Fahey as an actor and everything. It's a shame that you probably, or whatever. It's a shame that you didn't really see him in a lot more like starring roles and a lot more better films. Who knows, like, the full reason for that? But I would have to, if I was to really assume with that, I just think there was always better competition in front of him. So that's probably why you didn't see him in a lot, starring roles in better films. I know he's in Psycho 3, he's in that movie Body Parts. He's had plenty of, good roles and stuff over the years, but I just think the competition is what really got in the way of him, starring more in better movies. Yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out here, Jim.
He's in Lost.
Yeah.
You ever watch Lost?
I only, like, when that was originally airing in the beginning, I would catch some of it, and then I just forgot about it and never went back to it, man. But also, like, I've never really been a huge fan of watching TV shows that are on regular-ass TV, like ABC, Channel 6, NBC 10. When it comes to watching TV, I need like the premium shit. I need like HBO, Showtime. Like I need stuff that's going to be gritty and in my face. I can't have, rated TV MA for mature audiences. I can't watch shit like that. It's so tough for me to get into and stick with it.
Yeah. I mean, the first couple seasons are good, but it's J.J. Abrams, so...
Yeah, but no, it's over the years, people really would speak highly of that, rant and rave about it. It's like like it would be hyped up like every week, and like wasn't there like a smoke monster in it like later on in the show or some shit like that? I remember I would hear people talk about the smoke monster or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a mystery, honestly, that leads to not a good answer. So, but the mystery is good for a couple seasons, and then like the answer is not very good. So,
so yeah, all that to lead to really nothing exciting. I guess not a good payoff, but
no, not really.
Came and went, I guess. But we got Anthony Chobis here. Yo, buddy, how are you? Doing week 3 of training. I've got 2 weeks left. All right, it's good to hear, Anthony. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out here. Oh shit. Yeah, Jim's saying hello to everyone. And yeah, more people saying hello. So we'll try to skip through that a little bit. Through. Yeah, Jericho's George. And Jim saying, glad to see you're finally back up to 300, Sean. By the way, your live episode with me is now the #2 ranked in popularity overall. Well done, sir. It's good to see, man. Yeah, thanks, Jim. Yeah, it's right. The channel has officially hit 300 subscribers. I think that was last night or something. It might have gone down to 299 because people love unsubscribing, but yeah, like at one point I was like, man, if I could just get to 300 by the end of the year, that'll be an accomplishment. So yeah, I managed to get to 300 by the end of summer, but yeah, I just decided to put a new goal in place. If I can get to 400 or 500 by the end of the year, then that'd be an even bigger accomplishment. But yeah, that's good to see that the that live episode that we did on your channel, Jim. It's good to see it's doing well. But yeah, thank you very much for the praise. And the Bud Files are here. Hello there, Sue. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully all is well with you. We got Corey's here over at Wilkie's Movies and Music. What's up there, Corey? Yeah, thanks for stopping by here and dropping in and saying hello. Hopefully all is well with you. I haven't heard from you in a little while, but I mean, I usually are. Well, lately I've been trying to drop into your Friday afternoon, like lunch break streams and stuff like that, which, you know, he always does a good job. He's just that Corey over at Wilkie's Movies and Music. To me, he's one of the people. Well, everyone's got charisma, I think, to a certain extent, but like there's just something about Corey and his charisma and how he handles the chat and everything. I just think he does such a good job, and you know, it always pulls my attention in, and I just like sometimes just very amazed at how well he does with his streams. But yeah, good to see you here, Corey. Right, George. Yeah, let the hotness of Planet Terror begin. Right. Hold on to your balls. You don't want that crazy scientist getting a hold of your balls now and turning you into crazy green zombie smoke. I love that scene too. Like, you know, like he gets hit by the car. He gets hit by a car and he like gets thrown back and his face lands on a bunch of the fucking testicles on the ground. And he's like, oh! He like pushes them all away. I got to admit though that like during that scene when they cut off the one dude's balls and then he steps on the dude's ball, like I feel it every time in my nuts when he steps. I'm like, come on, dude! Like, don't step on that thing, man.
Yeah.
But George has got a question here. Who's your favorite character in Planet Terror? Fuck, man. You know, it could be JT as Jeff Fahey. El Rey's good too. Fuck, man, it's a tough question. I even like Quentin Tarantino as the the brutal fucking army general or whatever. Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna go with Rose McGowan, honestly, because she's the one that's really like the main star in it, and she does such a great job at carrying everything. And I don't know how they managed to get that prosthetic leg and how they green screened it out, but I can only imagine that was probably very tough for her to deal with too. But yeah, I gotta go with Rose McGowan as Cherry. I think that's her name in it, Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry
And
Darling.
even like her opening fucking dance too on the stage. The only thing missing from that is the fact that she has clothing on. If she was completely ass naked in that dance, oh my god, dude, I probably wouldn't find time to be watching anything else. But Hachi Machi, man, she is smoking hot in that fucking opening scene on that stage, man.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but
who would you go with?
I don't know. I guess Josh Brolin. I guess.
Yeah, Dr. Block, I think his name is Dr. Block. Yeah, he's very good too, man.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so.
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. But like, I love Josh Brolin as an actor, and I've never been disappointed by him. But yeah, he's a very brutal, straightforward character in that, and you could tell that like we don't really get much of a backstory on it, but you could tell that he's like a very brutal type of father figure in the movie, and his wife's trying to leave him for some other lesbian fucking relationship or whatever. But I think his name's Dr. Block. I think that's what they call him, Dr. Block in it.
It's got a hell of a cast. Michael Biehn, Bruce Willis, Jeff Fahey.
Right.
That's
what really gets me the most with Planet Terror is how well the movie's casted, and just the fact that he got all these people to sign on. And I mean, obviously Fergie's in it. And one of the reasons why Fergie is in it is because he has a very tight or Robert Rodriguez has a very tight relationship with Fergie, like in real life. But I love the fact when she dies and then they pull her in on the gurney and they turn her head over. You see her pretty face, and then they turn her head over and her whole brain's been scooped the fuck out. It's like, oh shit. You can see she's dead, but you don't really get the vibe right away that her brain's been scooped out of her head.
And Nicky Katz is in this. Man, he just died like a few months
Did he
ago.
really?
Yeah. He wasn't even that old. I don't know. I think he had cancer or something. But
You know what? Now I think that's coming back to me. I think that's ringing a bell now. I think I do remember hearing that. But all right, we got Jason H is here. What's up, Jason? In all honesty, I haven't seen Planet Terror as many times as Proof. I don't know why. That's there's nothing wrong with that. I've probably seen Planet Terror more times than Death Proof, but I have watched each one of these movies on their own. But the fact that I do own this in the proper way that it should be viewed, I do try to watch everything in one shot. But sometimes it can be hard to find the time to do that. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. And we got Mike is here from Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection. What's up, Mike? Good to see you here. Hopefully all is well with you. See, that's the thing, man. I think a lot of people, like Jason saying he likes both of them a lot. I do too. That's why it's hard to pick one, to edge one out over the other. It really is. But, I just think it's fun to, bring up the question and, figure out which one you kind of prefer over the other. But yeah, they're just done so well. I mean, one of the things that I really love about Death Proof is when the movie finally gets going on the road and we get that car chase going with that 71 Challenger and you got that one girl in the fucking hood just holding on to fucking belts. It's like, holy fucking shit, dude. There's no green screen about this. Like, this is what you see is what you get.
Yeah, it's like a crazy premise, like Death Proof.
Yeah. And, another thing I think is so surprising in it is when, when you see Kurt Russell's becomes involved in that road chase and he's fucking those girls up and then he gets clipped by a bullet and then he goes from this badass serial killer type of person to a cowardly pussy. And it's like, I didn't see that coming at all, but it fits so well in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jim saying, I like how Michael Parks delivers a line. I never did like that son of a bitch. He's about as useless as a pecker on the Pope. Yeah, it's a good line in that. That's right. Yeah, we do get a little bit of Michael Parks in this as the father of the one girl, the girl with the needles, the blonde-headed girl. I'm drawing a blank on some names right now, but yeah, it's just another great character, another good actor that was utilized very well in this movie. And we have Eric is here from EA Horror. What's up there, Erica? Thank you for stopping by. Hello to you. Hopefully all is well with you too. Yeah, that's right. In the beginning there with the club manager. Cherry, darling. It's a go-go, not a cry-cry. Yeah, that is right, Jim. Yeah, the doctor in this is actually Robert Rodriguez's real family doctor in real life. Yeah, the ER doctor is played by Robert Rodriguez's real doctor. The owner of the strip club is his real estate guy, and the babysitter twins are his nieces. That's correct, right? I can only imagine how much money he managed to save on that, too. He probably didn't have to pay out a lot for those people.
No.
Especially his nieces, too. I'm sure they were probably just happy to be there.
Yeah, especially if they want to be actresses, that definitely help your career.
But they are very, his nieces are very fun in the movie. They're just overactive fucking bitches. They just yap, yelling and screaming at each other. I like how they got a little boy in the room. The one girl saying oh, well, no, there's a kid here. Watch your fucking mouth. Like, okay, well, you watch your fucking mouth. And Jim saying Death Proof is a better movie. Planet Terror is more fun. Yeah, I think that's fairly summed up well there. But all right, so wait a second. Forgot a comment here. Oh yeah, Mike's saying. The Mike over at Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection. I like both too, but people say Death Proof is Tarantino's worst film. I've heard people. I haven't heard it that much. I have heard people kind of hint at that. Not almost like afraid to be honest about it. I've heard it before, but yeah, Mike's saying he doesn't agree with that. But both you said. Both like you said, once it starts going, it's on and badass. I've now adapted Stuntman Mike as my alias. Okay. But I mean, I've never been disappointed by anything from Tarantino. I know some people are very disappointed with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If I were to rank his movies like right now, I haven't ranked everything since that one has come out. With all due respect, that one would come in last. But that doesn't mean I hate the movie or like I went and saw it in the theater and everything. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed the film. Apparently, they're making a sequel, and Tarantino is not directing it, though. Apparently, there is, or actually, if I remember reading this right, I think David Fincher is signed on
it's
to
David
do a
Fincher.
sequel to that.
Tarantino's writing the script.
So,
Fincher's directing.
okay. I mean, either way, Fincher is always enough to get me out of my seat to go see his, whatever he's got, conjured up for us. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be interested to check that out. But I guess some people really were turned off by Death Proof. I don't know, but I think Death Proof is just amazing. It has such a great female cast in it too, man. A lot of eye candy for guys, if you know what I'm talking about. But
Rosario Dawson, she looks pretty good in that.
Yeah. And I know the blonde-headed girl, name's like Jordana something. I know she was in Cabin Fever. She's kind of like a reoccurring actress that Eli Roth likes to use a lot. But I mean, Eli Roth does pop up in the movie too.
Yeah, he's another.
I think he's
friend of Quentin and Robert Rodriguez, I think.
Yeah, Eli Roth he's really good, I think, at playing douchebags when he's in a movie. Like even in Cabin Fever, he's playing a fucking douchebag. But like I just think he understands like what that is supposed to be portrayed like, and he does a good job at being a douchebag on screen.
Yeah, I mean I think he survives in Cabin Fever, doesn't he? He's like a stoner kind of.
Oh no, him and his dog get killed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they end up like stumbling across his body in like a cave out in the woods, and like his body's been cut in half and shit.
The other guy the other guy who takes all the beer and he's like I'm going off and living in a cave.
Yeah, I forget where that guy, the blonde-headed guy, but they end up like shooting him, I think, because he survives, and he's like, yeah, like he gets back to the cabin. He's like, I made it. Everyone. I'm alive. And then the cops shoot him anyway.
Shit, man. They remade that. They remade.
Yeah. What was that? I know Ty West. I know he did that. Cabin Fever, Patient Zero. Man, what a turd clunker that was.
I only like
but yeah. That's the only one I enjoy is the original Cabin Fever. Yeah. But yeah, it's not like it's some like award-winning movie, but it's really like if I had to pick something out of Eli Roth's filmography that he's directed, I personally think that's his best movie, but that's not really saying too much. I did enjoy Thanksgiving a lot. Thanksgiving I thought was, very well done slasher from him. I think his Green Inferno movie is complete fucking dog shit. It's supposed to also be, based off of Cannibal Holocaust. And what that is, when you compare that to Cannibal Holocaust, it's fucking night and day, man. It's just
I've never seen
it. Give it a watch. You might like it, but I just know that was a one and done for me. I was like, wow, man, this dude's such a big fan of Cannibal Holocaust. He can't even fucking make the movie relevant to the original. Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
but
he's very
overall, I think.
Yeah, very hit or miss.
That's what I was just going to say. Like Eli Roth, to me, I like him as a director, but he is very hit or miss.
Yeah.
But, see, we got Mega Cats here. What's up, Mega? He said he liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But, yeah, good to see you here, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. But, all right, let's go ahead and get this movie going here. We'll get back to the chat. We're almost 30 minutes into this. So, all right, the Internet Archive link is pinned at the top. As usual, you should be able to access that, open it up, and hit play. You shouldn't have any issues with that. But, whenever you're good to go over there, Alex, just let me know, and we'll do a 10-1, and we'll get the show on the road.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. Just trying to get these subtitles set up. All right. All right, if everybody is ready in the chat, for anyone that is joining in with us, we're going to do a 10-1 now. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play, motherfuckers. You know, I'm just thinking of like Pulp Fiction with Samuel Jackson right now with the badass motherfucker wallet. There's a store called I think it's a branch of Hot Topic called Spencer's, and you could buy that wallet in there. Like they have that actual wallet with the badass motherfucker like embossed into it and shit. But I think it's like $30 for the fucking wallet. It's like, come on, man, I don't want to spend $30 on a fucking wallet. Now we do get the Machete trailer in the beginning, if I remember correctly. I think that's the one trailer we're gonna get. Now, since we're only doing the one movie here tonight, and we can't have fun with video clips unless you want to pay that outrageous StreamYard price, we can't air any of the, we can't have fun with the video or the trailers for this. But yeah, we at least we do get the Machete trailer.
Freaking Danny Trejo.
He's perfect for it too. And I really I gotta say I'm not a big fan of Machete Kills with Mel Gibson. I thought that one was just a little too outrageous. And I don't know if you guys are aware of it or not, but Robert Rodriguez, his plan with this was to make 3 movies. And guess what his plan was for the third movie? It was going to be Machete in space. that was supposed to be the plan for the third movie. But apparently the second one did so bad, it financially did bad too, that he was like, all right, I'm going to put Machete in space on the back burner for now. I don't know if we'll ever get around to making that, but it makes perfect sense why that, worked out that way. But, I tried to find some value in Machete Kills. I really did. Like, I even tried telling myself, it's not that bad of a movie. And getting through them, it's like, fuck, dude, this is really just too much. Just not that good, But I also feel like when you have something, like I feel like when you have something like Machete that's already so over the top as it is, I think you're taking a bad chance with overdoing it and milking it and trying to do a little too much with it. Like, I just think this is good as a singular movie. Yeah. They just fucked with the wrong Mexican.
It's like, God has mercy, I don't.
Yeah, Cheech Marin as the priest.
Just so cheesy.
I like when he's like, at the church and he's asking them to help. He's like, I'll see what I can do. See what I can do.
I mean, it's funny. He's like kind of playing the character he was in Desperado in Machete.
Right.
Right. It's like the same guy pretty much.
It's almost like, when I made that movie, I really regret that I didn't give this guy a backstory. Now he's got one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he made Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and I've never gotten into that movie. I don't know. The movie just I actually know. Are you a fan?
I haven't seen it in so long. It's not something that I can even remember right now. But I was just gonna say, I would really like to go back and watch Desperado and that. I'd like to go back and really watch both of them.
Yeah, Desperado.
Because also, even when I saw those, I was a lot younger then too. So my mindset and how I looked at things and judged, art and film was just a whole lot different then. So I think going back and watching those today, my opinion's probably going to change. And I don't know. I feel like those movies, I might appreciate those movies a lot more nowadays.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but I don't know. I just remember seeing it in the theater and I just wasn't into it. But
Yeah, yeah, I didn't see those in the theater, but I remember being so pissed off that I couldn't see From Dusk Till Dawn in the theater. My mom was like going out with some friends to go see it, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I want to go see that so bad." She came home and she's like, "I'm so glad I didn't let you go to that. There was tits, blood, and murder, and all over the place." I was like, "That's what I wanted to
I
see."
feel like that's why I want to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Man, this opening fucking dance here from Rose, holy shit, man. Music's perfect too, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like Rodriguez. What's with Robert Rodriguez though, and like because like in Sin City, like they're in a strip club and the girl has clothes on, or like it's like what kind of
I don't
strip
think
club is
he's,
this?
I mean, even like when you look at his work, his body of work, he's not someone that utilizes nudity just because.
Yeah,
I
I guess
think if there's
not.
a legit reason for it, then he will do it, which he just doesn't. I mean, look at Selma Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
She's just wearing like what, like bikini underwear. She
yeah,
could have been naked in that, but I think that really would have distracted a lot of viewers in a bad way. And the reason why I say that is because I think people just would have been like, "Oh, well, why isn't Selma still on the screen with her tits?" I think that
yeah,
really would have distracted people fully from a vampire movie. But I think I respect that from directors, though. I really do. Because like you have some directors where there's like, "Oh, I want to have tits in this movie just because." If there's a real like love scene that's built up into it, or a real reason why a girl should be naked in this scene, that is when I think a director should be utilizing nudity in a movie, and not just because they want to see a naked girl.
yeah.
But but no, you are right about that though. I mean, like even like Tarantino's kind of like that too, right? Like even looking at his body of work, he doesn't really have nudity in his films, right? Like I'm just
Not really.
maybe Jackie Brown, maybe is it like Bridget Fonda? I guess she has clothes on in that.
No,
I don't know. I
she's
can't.
just like in a bikini. Two
Yeah,
chicks making out.
I guess maybe at best it might be like brief nudity in his movies, but yeah, I don't know. But I respect directors like that that don't just have blatant nudity in a movie just because they want it. There's got to be like a real reason for it. It's got to be built up to it. It's got to fit into the movie, in my opinion. If I want to see a naked girl on the screen just because, I'll go watch a shitty porno, which I don't watch.
True.
But yeah, Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection saying he saw Death Proof but didn't get to see Planet Terror in the theater, and they came out separate at first. Oh shit, really? I guess where he was at, or yeah, where he lives at, it must have been like that. I didn't realize that. This is where, yeah, the club manager is getting on Cherry's shit here. Any girl leaving early must check out with their finger and have a bye-bye slip. Well, here's my finger, and here's my bye-bye slip. Takes a couple $100 out of his hand. What Mega's saying, Brad and Leo are amazing. Yeah, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a lot of people. I know a lot of people weren't very pleased with it. It seems like. I think
Really?
it got mixed reviews. It seemed like a lot of people, like, I don't know, man.
I think it's better
I
than
just remember
Hateful
a lot of
Eight.
people didn't seem that happy with it, and I was pleased with it.
I
I
think the
remember
movie's
seeing it in the
great.
theater. Actually, I went to go see it in the theater with my mom because she wanted to go to the movies with me so bad. And I was like, well, the only thing I really want to see right now is Quentin Tarantino's new movie. And the only thing that she didn't like about it is she was like, this movie's too long. I was like, well, I warned you it was going to be a long movie.
Tarantino makes long movies.
Yeah, you gotta, with Tarantino, you got to expect at least 2.5 hours. It's usually more than
Yeah.
that, though, right?
Yeah.
We got Russell Collier's who's Sonny Barger, evening, Sean, and Alex over at Movie Odyssey. Yeah, good to see you here, Russell. And Jim saying, yeah, Jim had to get out of here. Unfortunately, I had to bail, not to spend more need to spend more quality time with the wife. Before she divorces my ass, I can't afford that shit again. Have a great night, everyone. Yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out, Jim. Now, this actor who plays the scientist, I can't recall what he's been in. I know he's been in something else. Let me try to look that up. But I love how like so many people are depending on this guy, and then he gets knocked off. You know, he gets fucking killed. And everyone's like, "Fuck! Now we don't have a cure for this zombie fucking apocalypse."
What the heck? He wants his balls.
Yeah, because apparently this is how he creates this gas, which they don't really elaborate on. They don't elaborate on why he needs human testicles for this gas, you know, that stops you from turning into a zombie or whatever.
This would suck.
So yeah, at this point, this incompetent guy was supposed to keep an eye on 3 zombie specimens, and they got out, you know, because this guy just wasn't doing his job. So he decides he's going to release this guy from his contract, but not without getting his balls first. And this is where Bruce Willis is going to come into the movie now.
Now he's transgender, I guess.
Yeah. Transgender. It's the transgender cut here.
Yeah. This is a pro transgender movie.
Yeah. Slightly woke because of Fergie.
Yeah. Man, Bruce Willis, dude. It's too bad he has like dementia now, or.
I was thinking that the other night I watched this on my own, and like as soon as I saw him on screen, I thought about that. I was like, "Fuck, man, we're not going to see him in any new movies anymore." And fuck, man,
sucks.
Really does. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, this Middle Eastern guy,
So apparently,
Naveen, I think he was in Lost also.
Who?
This Middle Eastern guy that like cuts people's balls off.
Oh, the scientist guy, right?
Yeah.
So, I think you're right, dude. I'm pulling him up now. His name is Naveen Williams.
Something like that.
Naveen Williams Sidney Andrews. And yeah, he was in Lost from 2004 to 2010.
And then he lands on the testicles.
Yeah, it's so gross, man. His face, like his mouth, like lands on one of the balls. Looks like I got you by the balls, Abby. So his name's Abby in the movie. I love that. You see all that bubbling skin on Bruce Willis's face, though. Now I know there is CGI in this movie, but again, I think it is utilized when it needs to be. It's not overly done. See, I think that is really what can make a director very talented, is to know how to utilize CGI when it's necessary and not just, okay, it's cheaper, let's do it this way. Oh, the movie's going to look like shit, but yeah, but it's cheaper. It's going to make all the producers and the investors more happy and off of my ass. Like, fuck that, dude. That's when you lose control of your movie.
Yeah, it's just lazy usually.
It really is, man. And I know it's cheaper, but no, man. Like, make something memorable so we could watch years and years later instead of bitching about it. So yeah, Abby ends up shooting that tank that's holding all that green gas. Now it's getting out into the fucking air and the atmosphere, and this is what's going to make everyone ultimately turn into zombies. He says after that, he sees all the gas going, and he's like, "Oh, balls." There goes Fergie and her shitty Volvo.
Here, I'll be right back.
Nope.
I'm gonna get a drink.
All right, no problem. And now we're at JT's Bone Shack. And you can say whatever you want about Fergie and her music, man. She is one smoking hot. She's an ass right there, man. I'm not a fan of her music, that's for sure, but she's nice to look at, man. Hachi machi. And, you know, that's one I still need to get around to seeing. You know, Russell's asking, is Sinners any good? I've heard nothing but good things about that. I've even heard people say as much as saying that is the best thing they've seen this year. And we're what, only almost 8 months into the year? We're not even fully through the year yet. And people are already landing on Sinners as like their favorite thing that they've seen this year. But yeah, I still need to find time to get around to that. I know, Russell, it is available on Look Movie, so if you want to give it a watch on there, but just based on what I've heard from Sinners so far, I would recommend it. You know, I've heard people speak very highly of it, and I just need to find the time, you know, for me to get around to seeing it. And Mike was saying, take care, Jim. Totally understand. Trying to do the same before work. Yeah. I appreciate you guys, you know, trying to make whatever time you can for these streams, which is another reason why I'm trying to do like some different start times here, which is why this one's at 8 o'clock tonight. So like Sundays, I'm going to try to go live a little bit earlier. If there's ever a stream that's scheduled for a Sunday, I'm going to try to just go a little bit, you know, live a bit earlier, like maybe like anywhere between like 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just so it gives other subscribers the opportunity to show up. Because I know in the past I've had people like drop in for like a minute and they're like, I can't hang out. Like, you know, your streams are always too late for me to make it. And, you know, once I started to like see comments like that, I'm like, I'm not even really being that considerate of other people in other time zones. So, yeah, so I'm just trying to do things at, you know, some streams at some earlier times, so it gives people, you know, the opportunity just to stop by and hang out if that's possible for them, you know, all that. But yeah, overall, like the usual time is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. So like during the week, more than likely that'll be like the actual start time of doing things. But the weekends, if there's any streams scheduled for weekends, I'm going to try to do those streams just a little bit earlier than usual. And we got D is here. Derek over at Woo Riders. What's up there, D? Hello, Sean. Hope everything is going great. Yeah, everything's good, man. Nothing to complain about. Everything's all good here. Hopefully all is well with you. It's good to see that the UFOs haven't gotten you yet. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and hanging out here. And we got Guy is here from Caveman Movies and More. What's up there, Guy? Thanks for stopping by, man. Our current timestamp, we're not too. Oh, damn, we're already 17 minutes into this. Yeah, I'm at 17 minutes and 8 seconds into the movie. Shit's already blowing by quickly, but yeah, Guy is saying, so Fast and Furious. So the Fast and Furious 9 stole the space plot point. Did it really? Jesus Christ. You know what's funny? I've only ever seen the first movie. I'm not a fan of those movies, really, the Fast and Furious movies.
No.
But I know they made a giant franchise out of those. I've only ever seen the first one. I thought the first one was decent, but I'm just not. I don't know. I can't get into like overproduced car movies. Like, it just does nothing for me. I don't know. What about you, Alex? You give a shit about the Fast and Furious movies?
No.
Yeah.
I know. I've never given a shit about them. Some people love them though.
Now, you know what? You know what was one movie I'm surprised didn't really get turned into a franchise, or I'm sure maybe there might have been a second one. I don't know. The Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm surprised that didn't get like franchised.
That's
But
a good movie.
I did enjoy the first one. I can't just drawing a blank if there's any sequels to Gone in 60 Seconds. But I did enjoy that one when that came out with Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie, and her fucking gangster thug fucking braids, you know, blonde braids that she has or whatever, cornrows. But it's, you know, when I saw the first Fast and Furious, like I enjoyed it for what it was, but I just felt like as they started making those movies, I was just like, this is just not for me. I'm not into these. Just not into this. Like what I'm, you know, what I see in these trailers. And I know like what the main characters in those movies were what, like Paul Walker and like Vin Diesel or whatever.
Yeah, the only Vin Diesel movie I've Pitch Black is great. I like.
Oh, dude, I love that movie. That's another one that turned 25 years old this year. But yeah, dude, that's a very underrated movie. Now I don't care about the Chronicles of Riddick and everything that came after that. To me, I don't know. I guess I expected a little too much out of those sequels, but that original Pitch Black movie from 2000, man, that is a very underrated sci-fi action film right there, man. And just the whole concept of, like, you know, these prisoners crashing a ship on a planet that has these creatures that can only come out at night. And once the sun goes down, to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I watched a sci-fi film that was like more modernized. At this point, it's 25 years old, and actually felt like a little scared, besides like watching, like, you know, like Alien or Predator or something like that. But yeah, I think the original Pitch Black, man, very underrated film, man. Yeah, I actually like thinking on that right now. I wonder what that movie would look like in a black and white print.
Yeah.
Even though, like, with the movie being in color, it does have a very dark look to it, but it's supposed to, because the movie is called Pitch Black. You know, it's supposed to have a pitch black atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, it's like that Mad Max Fury Road. There's a black and white print of that.
Yeah, they call that the chrome and black and chrome edition. I have that actually in a Mad Max set. And I was very, very surprised and pleased at how well that chrome and black, or black and chrome edition looked. Because sometimes I feel like a black and white, you know, print of a movie is kind of just like, you know, is this benefiting the movie, or is this just another fucking loophole to make people buy another fucking version of the movie they don't need? But yeah, dude, that chrome and black edition for Fury Road fucking looks really fucking cool, though. Did you see it?
No, I think I have a copy of the Blu-ray. I think I have the Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it yet. So, but,
yeah, I mean, if it ever
like the
strikes
movie.
you, yeah, I'm a fan of Fury Road. So I even like the newer one. What was the newest one that came out? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wasn't like blown away by it, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like overall, like there's really not a Mad Max movie that I dislike. Like Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior is still to this day my #1 favorite action film of all time.
Yeah, you know, I wish that they would just make one more movie with Mel Gibson, but
I know, right? And the fact, you know, another thing about that is, like, he's still physically able to act. Like, why are we?
Oh yeah,
ditching Max. Why are we ditching Max and still calling these Mad Max movies?
I think because,
but apparently,
you know, of all that stuff that happened, that happened with Mel Gibson when, you know, he's drunk and all the things he said. And
but him and George Miller have a very tight relationship, and George doesn't take his personal life and he doesn't mix that into work. So I don't think George Miller would have. I'm pretty sure they still talk. So, like, I don't know why we're ditching Mad Max for this sudden Furiosa and everything, which I like the storyline and everything. I think it works. It's just, I agree with you. I just wish we could have, like, Mel Gibson back as Max, but I don't know. I thought Tom Hardy was good in Fury Road. Thought he was good, though, you know, but apparently George Miller is doing The Wasteland, though. That's going to be, he has that all written and set in place for one more movie.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he wants to do The Wasteland. That's what the last one's going to be called, Mad Max The Wasteland.
Is Mad Max going to be in it?
I'm going to say probably not, even though he should. I'm going to say probably not, though. Probably going to be, what's her name? Anna Taylor-Joy, I think her name is.
Yeah, I thought that movie was okay, but I don't know. It was a little, like, goofy. Like Thor, whatever his name is, the actor who plays Thor.
Yeah.
Like his whole character, I just thought it was like a little over the top and goofy.
But apparently that's the thing. Like I see what you're saying, but like that the character was like written that way. It was supposed to be like this like Aussie type of zany shot out guy. Cause like I know like one point he's like getting ready to like he's like he's doing a countdown for a race. So he's like, all right, ready, racers, on your marks, get ready, sing, go.
I know.
I can't do an Aussie accent, so. But apparently, what's his name, Hemsworth, he based that character off of his uncle because he's actually an Australian himself. And he's like, me and my brother used to make fun of my uncle all the time for the way he talked. So he's like, I did that character based on how my uncle is in real life.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently that character was supposed to be like a very far gone and shot out zany type of guy. So yeah, Fergie's about to get killed. Right, he's about to get killed and be mauled alive by zombies here.
And Nicky Katz.
Yeah.
Have you seen a movie he's in called Way of the Gun?
Wait, who? What actor?
This guy that's on screen, this with the shaved head.
We might be at a different part than each other right now.
Well, it's Nicky Katz. He just died like a few months ago.
Oh, all right. Way of the Gun. I feel like I've heard of it, but it's not jiving. It's not
with
knocking a bell.
Benicio del Toro.
Let me look that up real fast.
It's a good action movie.
2000 movie. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. Yeah, this is another one I'd like to go back and see though. I haven't seen this one in forever. I forgot it's got that one guy in it, Ryan Felipe Phillips or whatever the fuck his name is. James Caan was in that too.
Yeah, it's got a great cast.
This is where Cherry's gonna lose her leg. She's gonna get mauled by zombies. Now, one thing I was trying to like make sense of, like, when she loses her leg, I originally thought her leg was getting chewed off by zombies. And I'm like, well, how come she's not turning into a zombie? When you get bit by a zombie, you're supposed to turn into one, right? Apparently, that's not actually what happens with her leg. Her leg gets ripped off by the zombies. They don't actually bite her. So that's why she doesn't turn into a zombie herself. So they basically just rip her leg off and start eating it. But yeah, Caveman saying, everyone please hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, thank you very much there, guy. Always appreciate that. Trying to stay up on the chat here. Caveman saying, congratulations, Sean, on reaching 300. Yeah, thank you very much, guy. That's right. El Rey always calls her Paramita. But now we're going back to the hospital, man. This hospital's so chaotic too. But like what's like the ongoing thing with hospitals and movies? They're always like very dimly lit, right? It seems like that. But like finally we get a hospital that has lights on in there. Like you can actually see what you're doing in there.
Or you have a hospital that like no one's in, like in Halloween 2. It's like there's like no one there.
And another one with like no lights. Yeah, nobody working. There's just like 2 nurses, a random doctor, and maybe a receptionist, and like Laurie Strode.
And then in Halloween Kills, then they just kill some random guy who looks like the
Penguin. Man. Yeah, right. The goddamn
Evil Dies Tonight.
I can't believe, like, another thing is with that is, like, I can't believe he focused on that guy so much. He's, like, breaking into people's cars, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, where's Michael Myers at?
Random dude, and it looks like, he looks like Danny DeVito.
Yeah, dude, I agree, man. And then the whole Big John and Little John, it's just like, what the fuck is this movie doing? Oh, man.
Well, I actually like that movie, but everything that's in the hospital is terrible. Everything.
It is.
But other than that, I like it's a good slasher movie. I think. But the hospital
for like modern standards, like I have all 3 movies. Like for modern standards, like even now 2018 to me just has too much fan service in it. I think it's a watchable movie.
Yeah.
Has its moments. I think it also has a very good showdown with Michael and Laurie.
Yeah.
But as a whole, it's just like, damn, you guys drowned us in fucking fan service. So that's my main issue with that. Now you can even say that again with Machete, or no, not Machete. I'm sorry, Halloween Kills. But like, it has brief moments where, you know, it's got some cool things in it. But as a whole, again, it's like, fuck, dude, it's so hard for me to like this movie when I have issues with it. And then Halloween Ends. Honestly, I'm gonna say it. I think the movie starts out fairly well. The story, as it unfolds, that kind of starts to spiral, though. And then when you realize that Michael's not in the movie, he's living in the sewers, that's where the movie just takes a swan dive into a fucking pile of shit.
Yeah.
But overall, like when I look back on that trilogy, has its moments, just not enough there to be good. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, well, watch Exorcist Believer, and it makes Halloween Ends look like a masterpiece. So
I can't believe they were like, you know what? We're not going to have a priest do an exorcism. We're going to have the parents do it in this one. Yeah, parents fight back and they get their children back from the devil. Fuck
and like a witch doctor. And like a witch doctor. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, like I waited till that came out on like Blu-ray. Like my mom bought me the fucking Blu-ray for Christmas. She's like, I know you like the Exorcist movies. I was like, fuck, now I have to watch Believer. I wasn't even planning on watching it. I was like, I gotta watch this now. But when that priest got his neck snapped and his head turned all the way around, dude, I was laughing as if I was watching Happy Gilmore. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking terribly hilarious right now.
I know. It's like it's like that movie's like basically the power of being a hippie with kumbaya magic will get rid of the demon, you know, like if we all just like they literally say in the movie, it's like the lady's like it's about the power of community. Like there's like some like she's like some hippy dippy stupid, like, you know, we all like need to hold hands and sing kumbaya and that will defeat the demon. It's just like that is oh man. And then there's that line in it from the old lady. She's like, they wouldn't let me in the room. I wasn't part of their patriarchy. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, lady, watch the original movie. You don't want to be in the room. You beg the guy to come help you. She doesn't want to be in the room. Her daughter's like dying.
Yeah, Reagan's mother. But like, I feel like they totally disrespect her when they fucking smash her eyes into her skull and everything. That's just like, talk about disrespecting an original major character from, you know, the original film. And apparently, Linda Blair, the reason why you only see her at the end of the movie is because she's actually not really an actress anymore. She's very dedicated to rescuing animals. And they kept begging her to be in the movie. And she's like, all right, I see you guys won't stop asking me about it. She's like, I only have time to film like one scene and that's it. I don't have time to be working on this movie. So that's why you see her show up at the end when she shows up there. But it's just, that movie was just really bad choices with that movie, man. It's just like, you know, when it's all said and done, you get through it, the vibe of everything. It's just like, I don't feel like I'm watching something tagged or related to The Exorcist.
Yeah, man.
But
I hated that movie. Like that was, I think that was the worst movie of that year. It's like, and it doesn't even like look good. It's the same cinematographer as Halloween Ends, I think, and all the Halloween movies. But those movies look good. It's like the movie doesn't even look like Exorcist Believer. It's like the guy. I don't know. I guess he's just like, okay, you're gonna pay me tons of money to make this. Sure, I'll shit it out. But
yeah, I think after Halloween Ends and this Exorcist movie, though, like David Gordon Green, like he just needs to realize that he's better at making Pineapple Express movies, and he needs to stick with that shit.
Yeah.
But Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection said he subbed to your channel there.
Thank you,
Alex. But yeah, I did put your channel link in the description. I'll try to get it down there in the chat because some people don't even they usually don't even know that the fucking description box exists. But
yeah,
yeah, Dr. Block has just caught his wife, cheating, being a lesbo. And, he took her needles, the one thing that she utilizes with the green, yellow, red, yellow, and blue needles that she uses. That's how she uses those to incapacitate patients or whatever. But he uses those against her so he can get that cell phone out of her hand so he can check the messages and see that she's been a cheating bitch. But now Cherry Darling is waking up from surgery, and this is where she finally realizes she has no fucking leg. She's ready to throw up. That's how disgusted she is from the whole situation, which is, I think, a very realistic reaction there.
Oh shit! It's that guy, that actor who's like the sheriff, Michael Parks.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Who's also in like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. And he's a sheriff in that. He's like the same character or something.
Pretty much. I mean, even based on the look.
Yeah.
You know what movie he's really good in, and I didn't see it till recently, was Kevin Smith's Red State. Did you ever see Red State?
Long time ago. I barely remember.
Yeah.
But
I think that came out like 2011, something like that. But I didn't see it till about a year ago. And like one of the reasons why it took me so long to see it is because like to obtain a physical copy, it was like out of print for a while. And it just wasn't one of those movies I was thinking to watch online. And then finally, like I was in a movie store in New Jersey one day, and I saw they had a DVD copy for like less than $10. I was like, fuck, I can finally see this movie now. But yeah, Michael Parks, man, what a fucking good actor he was. It's actually a very underrated film with him in it. What's her name from Suspiria is in it too? Jessica Harper. It's Jessica Harper and Michael Parks in a movie called The Evictors from like the 70s. Really good movie. Yeah. But now this is where the cops with Michael Biehn and Tom Savini, this is where they're going to actually encounter the zombies now. Because Tom Savini's like, oh, I don't think you're understanding me, sir. He literally bit off my fucking finger. He's like, get a fucking Band-Aid. He doesn't think he thinks he got like bit, and that's it. Didn't realize his finger got bit off. He's like, I don't think you're understanding me. He literally bit off my fucking finger. Tom Savini's like, where's my finger? He's like, well, I found your wedding band. And then he says that, oh, Ray, is this the same guy who snatched your lady's leg? Is that him over there? But I just love how these are bubbling, gross looking infected zombies. These aren't like traditional like corpses coming out of the ground. These are, disease infected zombies, and just the blood and guts in this movie is just really fucking gross. I mean, look how over exaggerated that one cop's, cut off arm is right now. You could see that, he probably told him to put his arm behind his back. We're going to put a fake stub on your shoulder there. Oh, look at that flesh ripping. Jesus Christ. I mean, just based on like how over exaggerated the gunshots are, and you see the piles of blood coming out of people, just based on that kind of makes me feel like Tarantino directed this, because Tarantino loves doing that, where, if someone's getting shot with a gun, he wants buckets of blood to come out of the people.
Yeah.
But it's really like, obviously that stuff doesn't like happen like that in real life, but that's just such good. It's such a good way to add to the entertainment value of what you're watching and how over the top it is.
Yeah.
It's a beginning punching that zombie with the gun and shooting him at the same time. The backup showing up now. Blood galore all over the fucking place. Woo! Now, El Rey, he's fighting zombies while handcuffed. He's cuffed at the ankles and the fucking wrist, too, and he's still fucking shit up. He's like, don't touch him. Why? He's infected. With what? Everything. Instead of sitting there and like, wasting time and telling him a story of the infection, everything sums it up. That's all you need to know. He's infected with everything. We're going to take my car. Not anymore. Your car is fucking smoke, bro. All right, I'm riding with you. I think you and I might be a little off on the time, but I know, whenever you and I do a watch party, we're always in the same, area.
Yeah.
So we're not far off.
Yeah, but right now for me, it's Josh Brolin talking to his wife or whatever.
I'm at the hospital with Josh Brolin, and he's talking to Rodriguez's doctor, and they're talking about self-preservation because they see all the infected people coming into the hospital. So they're like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here before things get worse. Give me 1 second. I got to turn my ceiling fan on. It's hot as fuck in this room.
All right.
Yeah, I'm at the scene now when Dr. Block is the guy who had to get his arm amputated, and he's about to get infected himself is where I'm at. But this scene's gross too, because that guy takes that gooey shit out of his face and he smashes it into his face. He almost gets cut with that fucking saw blade, that electric saw blade there. It cuts his glasses frame. The frame of his glasses get cut in half.
Yeah, he just found it. He just looked at her cell phone.
All right. Tell me what your stamp is. Can you tell me what your timestamp is right now?
Yeah, 41 minutes, 12 seconds.
Really? Okay. We're only off by like 15 seconds. That's not yeah. We're fine.
Okay.
But I'm at the part now where Michael Parks is feeding his wife and she's like farting up a storm in the fucking house. He's like, Ramona, you fucking break wind worse than a fucking pack mule or some shit. But that scene's a little scary too, and he's feeding his wife, and the camera goes back, and she's obviously infected. Like, it's so unexpected. I'd say like that scene right there, when Michael Parks is feeding his wife there, and she turns into a zombie. To me, that was like one of the more better jump scares for me. That got me like, oh shit, I didn't expect her to be infected. Yeah, dude, Russell's mentioning the Hateful Eight. Some people weren't pleased with that one either, but I really enjoyed the Hateful Eight, man. Especially for a snowy atmosphere type of Western like that. That mostly takes place inside of a cabin, but it has such good dialogue to take your mind off of the fact that it is in a secluded cabin. But yeah, Russell Collier has subscribed to you too, Alex.
Nice.
But no, that's good to see.
Thank you.
That's why I always try to provide channel links in description boxes or in the chat, because it's hard to obtain subscribers. It's hard to build channels, and it's not like we're all trying to be monetized and make money here, but we're always trying to build our channels. There's no other way to really do that unless we share each other's channel links.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It really is, man. So, okay, Russell, that's good to see you found Sinners. Sinners is on YouTube. Shit, all right, that's good to know, because I'd rather watch it on YouTube as long as there's no as long as it's not like 1,500 fucking ads. But even when something does have ads, I try to just rough it as long as I'm not paying for it. If I'm not paying for it, then there's really no reason to bitch,
Yeah.
And Michael Biehn, he really refuses to give El Rey a gun. He takes a fucking butterfly knife out of the glove box. But this scene's pretty cool here because El Rey's he doesn't have the handcuffs anymore, but he like pulls out some fucking karate moves in here, like jujitsu and karate moves. Here's he running up the wall, stabbing zombies in the shoulder and the neck. Yeah, so all he has is one fucking hand knife and a butterfly knife in the other hand. Yeah, now the hospital's in full panic now. It's full of infected people and random nurses and doctors. Everyone's just panicking.
He just bites the guy's arm off.
Yeah.
Wow, he ripped off, he scalped him. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, these effects are
But now,
good.
yeah. But yeah, El Rey, his whole point for, whole reason for going in the hospital, he's got to go back in for Cherry.
Right.
But, she's obviously trying to, I don't know, she just doesn't have that will to go forward with things because of her leg being amputated and everything. And he's like, oh, stop crying over fucking spilled milk. Like making no big deal over the fact that her leg's been severed. But it's funny, like the whole idea of Cherry wanting to be a stand-up comedian. Because I feel like as they talk about it, it's like a very subtle thing to where it's like, all right, is she serious about being this stand-up comedian? But now she's still talking about being a stand-up comedian with no leg. And she's like, how am I going to be a stand-up comedian now with one fucking leg? It's like, all right, now I get the vibe you were serious about that shit. But, he gets her to shut up real fast by ripping off a wooden leg off a 4-leg fucking table and just jams it into her leg. He's like, all right, now you have another fucking leg. Let's go. Man, that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I really got to go with Rose McGowan as Cherry, the main character. And I think she's really my favorite one out of all of them. I mean, that's another thing. Like once she gets that fucking assault rifle M16 on her leg, it's like, oh, that's it, dude. That's one badass bitch right there. And Greg saying, thanks again, Sean, for doing Hobo with a Shotgun. Great prelude to the Grindhouse series. Yeah, no problem, man. It's, you requested, like I said to you, you requested that at the right time. I was already planning on doing these movies. And I was like, all right, let's do them all. That's even another reason why we're doing Machete, once we get done with Death Proof. So yeah, no problem, Greg. And thank you as usual, for always finding time to be here. I know there's probably going to be times in the future where you can't show up, but dude, there's no worries, man. Don't ever worry about that stuff because there's just no way that you can always be at every stream. It's just life is going to get in the way of things. Things are more important things and priorities are going to come up. So there's no worries about ever missing a stream. There's always going to be other stuff in the future, so it's all good. But I appreciate the support from you. And Caveman over at Caveman Movies and More saying Gone in 60 Seconds and Nicolas Cage was a remake. Yeah, that's right, it was a remake. But I'm just surprised that they didn't franchise those movies, or I mean that original remake. But no, you are right about that though, guy. I mean, that was a question from you, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a remake or a retelling. Let me confirm that real quick.
Yeah, it's a remake of I don't know. I've watched part of the original. Yeah, I didn't think the original's good at all.
I can't remember the year of the original.
Low budget, 70s, I think. The original.
I'll get all that info in a second. So, Gone in 60 Seconds was 2000. I didn't realize it was PG-13, but yeah, it is a remake. Now, let's pull up the original movie. Original movie was in 74. Yeah, I've never seen the original, but it looks like it has some fucking cool-ass cars in it, though. Back when they actually put out money for muscle cars. And nowadays, you get nothing but fucking junk. American-made junk. Now this is where Michael Biehn deputizes everyone. All right, everyone grab a fucking gun and a badge. Except for you, El Rey. That's fucked up. El Rey's the one guy fucking laying down the law, kicking ass. And he's the only one that's not allowed to have a gun and a badge, though. But eventually, he's gonna realize like El Rey, he's the only one I can trust because he's gonna start losing people. You see how there's like a gang of people right now? They're all been deputized. Like all these people are, people are gonna start getting eliminated here. He's gonna realize that El Rey is the only one he can trust.
Oh man, she just broke her arm. Oh my god.
Oh, in the car door.
Yeah.
You talking about the blonde-headed, the wife?
Yeah.
Man, that is a rough scene too, because her hands are all like they're like paralyzed from the needles, and she's trying to open the car door. Her fucking high heels make her fall down, and her wrist snaps in the door handle. But I'm at JT's bone shack right now, which is. But I do like the storyline of JT and how his brother is the sheriff, and apparently they have this ongoing feud with each other where they fight with each other. But the sheriff, the only thing he's interested in is in JT's barbecue recipe. Is the only thing he wants.
Yeah.
But like, I guess that's another thing I can appreciate with this movie too, is how Robert Rodriguez doesn't waste time on backstories with these characters. You could question things about certain characters in this movie and their backstories, but I don't think there's really enough real significance there for it. It's not about that either. It's
not needed.
It's about the present problem in the movie with the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's not needed.
Yeah. But like, I just feel like when I do watch the movie in a way, like I almost kind of like, I'll think a little bit like, oh, I wonder what that feud's about. Or like, oh, how come, like, even like, with Dr. Block's wife, like, why is it that Michael Parks, who's her father, like, why does he hate her so much? Does he hate her because she's a dyke? Like, probably is, but who fucking knows? But again, there's no real importance to need that info. But apparently the little boy, I think that's Rodriguez's son.
Oh.
Let me look that up to confirm that. I think that's his son or one of his kids.
Are in what is it, Spy Kids or?
Yeah,
and
he only made those movies. Terrible. He made those for his kids. Like he's blatantly, like clearly came out and said that. He's like, I only made those movies for my kids.
Yeah.
But I think the little boy's name is Rebel Rodriguez. Yeah, it's Rodriguez's son. He's 26 years old now. So yeah, I didn't realize that's actually his son.
Rebel Rodriguez.
So yeah, Dr. Block. Dr. Block is fully infected. Wife's hands are still paralyzed. But yeah, Tony blew his fucking head off by accident. Good job there, mother. Yeah, give your son a fucking gun and tell him to shoot anyone that comes to the car. But he ends up blowing his own fucking head off. God. Very dumb and irresponsible mother. More worried about being a lesbian than taking care of your fucking family.
She's like, I was gonna be a stand-up comedian. He's like, some of the best jokes are about cripples.
Yeah, that's another thing that's so fun and good about playing a terrorist. That subtle comedic behavior and lines throughout it. That's good stuff. Utilized and snuck in there very well.
I like how like she has like a peg leg like a pirate now.
Yeah. And that's obviously all green screen stuff. But I think that's another thing that must have been challenging for Rose McGowan to, act with. I don't know what it is that maybe she's using her real leg, but to get that body movement down, to make that come off as if you're actually walking on a real peg. I don't think that's easy work.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good.
So Caveman, guy over at Caveman saying, Way of the Gun has a Lionsgate limited steelbook. Okay. I got to see that one again. And we got Scott is here. What's up there, Shamarlos? Thanks for stopping by. My timestamp is currently, I'm at 53 minutes. Now I'm at 54 minutes, exactly.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Scott. Hopefully all is well with you. Scott is eating popcorn. But I can't really remember exactly. Like, I know that in some way, the very end of this movie almost plays out like Day of the Dead in a way. It's like the survivors, they get to like a beach environment. And like that's kind of what happens in like George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. But both movies do their own thing. No one's ripping off any, Rodriguez in no way rips off Romero's Day of the Dead, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely influenced by George A. Romero.
I think it's influenced by a lot of things, really, but in no way does it like rip off one particular thing, though. Another thing that really throws the logic out of the window, really, I think should be enough to remind you that you're watching an entertaining movie, is the fact that, with Rose, Cherry losing her leg, like she wouldn't be able to get up and move around like just a couple hours later after surgery. She wouldn't be moving around for a couple fucking weeks.
Yeah, it's like in Halloween Kills, like Jamie Lee Curtis goes through a surgery in her stomach, and then a few hours later, she's like running around trying to get Michael Myers. It's like so stupid.
Yeah, she's like what? She's like 42 years old, running around with like high stamina. Like she's been working out, keeping up with things.
She's like 62 or.
Is that what it is? 62?
Well, I mean, she's Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, and I mean, she's like 70 now. But
yeah, what I was thinking of with the 40 is the fact that the story, the Halloween story, is like 40 some years later. That's what I was. Yeah. It's like 45 years later. It's almost going to be like 50 years later soon. Well, in like the next couple of years, Halloween will be 50.
Yeah, 1978.
Yeah, so that's like 2 or 3 years from now. Next 2 or 3 years, I'll be 50 years old, man. Halloween will be fucking 50 years old. God. But I'm at the scene now where El Rey and Cherry are getting it on. But yeah, we do get a sex scene, but it's not a very, it's not full of nudity. Actually, well, you do get Rose's fucking side ass there. You get to see the side of her ass cheek a bit. But then, I love that we get a missing reel scene in this. I forgot about that. The film strip burns out and it says missing reel, and it's like shaking around a bit. That's that right there. That's real Grindhouse, right? Getting like a shitty printed film. Whoever's like in charge of the projector screen there wasn't paying attention, and the film burned up. It overheated. I forgot that, I think Tarantino probably does that too. But I know one thing that he does with the title card with Death Proof. I don't know if you remember or not in Death Proof. When that title card's about to come up, it says Thunderbolt real quick. And then it goes out a half a second later, it says Death Proof. So it's like, it's almost like, oh shit, we put the wrong title card in. It's not called Thunderbolt, it's called Death Proof. I love that though, when you're watching that title card. Because like, as the credits go, they're in the car and you see Jungle Julia's feet, and her feet are going with the beat of the music. And then it says her name, or no, it says Kurt Russell and it goes Thunderbolt Death Proof.
Freaking Tarantino always has to get women's feet in his movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing is like, I remember with that now too. It's like every like set of feet that he shows in it, it's like you could tell that every woman doesn't like to wear fucking shoes because their feet are dirty as shit. I don't know. Scott's saying the Dawn Seeker movie was phenomenal. I don't know what that is, but sounds interesting.
Never seen it.
The Dawn Seeker. I don't know what that is. Russell's talking about the 1987 zombie comedy, The Video Dead. Man, that is a fucking funny ass movie, man. That's definitely the type of movie it's like smoke a joint or drink a fucking 12-pack and just sit down and shut your brain off.
What is it? Video Dead?
Yeah, it's called The Video Dead. It's blatantly a horror comedy. It's about like a haunted TV, and it has like this one constant channel where it's like zombies walking in a forest, and the zombies find a way to come out of the TV into like present reality, and it's like this kid and this dumb blonde are like trying to find a way to eliminate the zombies and stuff. But man, that movie really does provide some fucking solid laughs. But now all the deputies are outside of JT's bone shack. They're just lighting up all the fucking gooey, gory zombies right now. God damn you, Jeff Fahey. God damn you.
Man, she gives her kid the gun, and then the kid just accidentally kills himself, I guess.
Yeah,
Wow,
blows his fucking head
brutal.
off. She could just tell that she is the most irresponsible adult parent ever.
Don't give like.
I mean, the fact that she's a home wrecker too. She's trying to like bail out on her husband for no like legit reason, so she can go run away with this fucking random lesbo. But I mean, I got to agree with her, man. You know, she's hot, but she makes shitty music.
She makes music, Fergie.
Yeah, she's a performing artist. She's a singer, but her music's just but man, she's a sight. She's a sight to look at, though. Man, all the blood that comes out of the zombies when they get shot, man, I just love it. It's so much fucking fun, man. But I mean, I'm at JT's Bone Shack right now, and El Rey is covering Cherry so she can get to the car, and so she can pull the car up and get them all out of there. It's really the tow truck. And great explosions in this too. Now you can really tell that the fire effects, they're CG, but it's necessary, especially with working with that much fire, because nowadays studios are really hard pressed on using real fire in movies. It's putting a lot of lives in danger, and it also saves on money too. So, I mean, this is 2007. This is really, 2007 really was the official time of the digital age. Russell's also mentioning Linda Blair and Repossessed and Savage Streets. Yeah, she's actually really impressive in Savage Streets. I don't know if I've seen Repossessed. I'd have to check. I'd have to look up on that, look into that. I know she's in a really bad zombie movie, though. What the hell's that called again? It's called The Chilling. It's a really bad zombie movie. It's about like frozen, like dead bodies that come back to life or something. I think it came out like 1988. Really bad movie. Yeah, it's called The Chilling, and I remember that. But yeah, I'm a fan of Hell Night, though, the 1981 movie with Linda Blair and that one soap opera fucking actor that was in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. I forget his name. But that's another movie that takes place on Halloween night. It's Hell Night. Now the cast is getting cut down now. People are getting knocked off. Oh, this is a good scene here. You got the lesbian getting on the bike with Cherry. And she says to her, she's like, "Hi, I'm Cherry." And she's like, "You sure are."
Yeah, we're like not matched.
Oh, man.
Weird.
They're all like, everyone's got like a regular car to get away with. El Rey's got a mini motorcycle for like a fucking 5-year-old kid that he's riding on. It's so fucking funny to see. It's like watching Krusty the Clown ride a fucking like little mini bike. When you watch Elray riding a motorcycle, this little kid's motorcycle. Oh, I feel bad for the dog here. And JT's dog got ran over. He's like, God damn it. Oh, that's some bloody, gory shit. Damn, there's a shitload of zombies on the bridge.
Yeah, it's weird because right now I'm in the scene with Cherry and El Rey, and she's like
they're
on the
probably about to
waterbed.
have sex, I think. Yeah, they're about to have sex. That's the quick sex scene. Oh, that's the scene where the reel burns out, and then it says missing scene. So like that's how they managed to cut out the sex scene and make it make sense. And the fact that a real styled Grindhouse movie, you know, more times than usual, I'd say more than 50% would probably have a reel that would burn out, you know, back in the 70s and shit. The slaughter. What is the slaughter? I don't know. Oh, he's asking, Russell's asking Scott that. Oh, that's where Bruce Willis comes back into the movie. That's right. Kind of forgot about him. But yeah, this is where I'm at in the movie right now. I know I'm just a little ahead of you. This is where everyone's going to get taken to the military base with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, the missing reels just happened.
You know, Russell, that scene does look legit, man. When Kurt Russell breaks that guitar in The Hateful Eight, he takes the guitar off Jennifer Jason Leigh and just smashes it. Like, yeah, it looked like a real fucking guitar. Okay, man, saying funny. The funny thing is, in Gone in 60 Seconds too, with Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie, 2025 trailer is up now. Oh, so they are making a sequel to it finally. Jesus Christ!
No way.
Apparently they are. Like that's another cash grab, fucking bullshit, man. It's just, man.
Hey.
All these years later, you know, like no, you guys couldn't. There's plenty of other things they can do, but let's play it safe. Let's do what's gonna make money. Fucking bullshit, man. It really sucks you can't get that, you know, you just can't get many original things anymore.
Yeah, I mean they just made a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, I think didn't that come out on like July 7th or something? The new I Know What You Did Last Summer. I never even cared about I never cared about the original movie with that. So
I mean, the original is like okay. It's nothing amazing. It's all right. I mean,
I just for me, like I never been a fan of the overproduced look on slashers, kind of like how Scream movies got franchised, and to me, those are overproduced slashers. Same thing with I Know What You Did Last Summer, all overproduced slashers. It's even like movies like, you know, like The Grudge. I know they're not slashers, they're more, you know, supernatural paranormal movies, but again, overproduced trash. But I don't know. I'm like such a fan of like traditional slasher films and everything. I just for me, like I'm never gonna I don't know. I just feel like with moving forward and being in 2025, we're not going to get slashers like the way it was in 1978 or the early 80s. Just never going to be able to capture that again. But I just think slashers work best. I think slashers work best on a short runtime, a low budget, and you know, a story that doesn't need to be so elaborate. To me, like slashers are just real simple fun, and they should be, you know, they shouldn't be 2 hours long, you know, 2+ hours.
I mean, do you like Scream, the original Scream?
I like the original movie, but it's not something I like to go back and watch often. That's the only one I will watch is the original Scream, but I cannot do 2, 3, 4, and what are they up to 7 of those fucking shit stain movies now? I can't do it, man. And I really think the Ghostface horror icon is the most lamest one out of all of them because it could be anybody. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I like the first couple of them, but 3's pretty bad. I mean, it's Jay and Silent Bob are in it, but
oh God. I know I've seen the second one, but after seeing that movie with them in like the theater with the whole stab movie, I was just like, come on. I don't know, man.
I always think a scary movie too.
No, I love that. Like that's actually another one I want to do a watch party for at some point. A scary movie. So, but speaking of scary movie, they confirmed they're working on a new one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard about that or not. Like one of the Wayans brothers was like they confirmed it on like they were being like interviewed on like a radio station. And he was like, "Yeah, we're working on a new scary movie. It should be out next summer." Blah blah blah.
I don't know. I mean, it's like, do they even make good spoof movies anymore? It's like after Scary Movie 2, they all just dropped off terribly.
I mean, they don't, but like, can you imagine like what they're going to do with P. Diddy and Trump and all, like they're just going to rip like all the current events apart, man. But, I think that, at this point, with a new scary movie, I can only say like, it's going to be 50-50. It's either going to be good or it's going to be a waste.
And P. Diddy, I mean, Puff Daddy, he got off pretty easy, I think, in his case.
Oh yeah. And I think he put out some money for that, dude. Probably. I think he put out some serious money for that.
It just seems like if you're super rich, like you never get in that much trouble,
Well, see, the thing is, it's all about money is really what it is. So you don't actually get real justice in the world. Justice doesn't exist. That's where people are fucking stupid. People are stupid when they believe in God and they believe in justice. They're real fucking stupid and gullible. They think those two things exist. Like, all right, well, sorry to hear that, but it's not how things work in reality. But yeah, money will always overpower justice, though. So I can only imagine how much money he put out to make sure he's not doing a life sentence. Because how the fuck can he walk off that easy and still be financially fine? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I know.
So, yeah, we're never going to find out all that info. That's for sure.
He's on this little bike. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That little motorcycle is fucking hilarious. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Robert Rodriguez took his son's bike. Is like, I'm going to use your bike for the movie. I want El Rey to ride it.
That's hilarious.
But like, I think another thing that's so hilarious about it is the fact that El Rey, he doesn't get deputized. He's not allowed to have a gun because no one trusts him. It's like, how much worse can it get for him? Oh, wait, hold on. Here's a little motorcycle for you.
You said Quentin Tarantino's in this. Has he already showed up or?
No, he's coming up soon. He's going to be at the military base. You'll see him. Okay. Yeah, he's with Bruce Willis. I'm surprised you don't remember because, like, he's like, I don't want to like ruin it for you. But like, yeah, dude, like when he gets turned into a zombie, like I think he's the grossest one in the movie. Honestly, he's really fucking nasty looking, man. I'm at the part now where Bruce Willis is talking about killing Bin Laden. Like that's another thing they put into the movie here. He's like, I'm the one who fucking killed Bin Laden. I put 1 in his heart and 2 in his computer.
Yeah, the death of Bin Laden's so weird. It's like right after he died, they I think cremated his body and then threw it over the like into the ocean. And I don't know. It's like we never even got a picture of him dead. Right? It's very, I don't know. Like someone brought that up. Like I was watching something and I was like, yeah, now that you mention it, it is kind of weird. Like,
I mean, because like apparently he was shot 3 times in the head, and so it's like, all right, well, maybe there's not a picture because maybe his head might have been like blown to pieces. Who knows? But like, can we see proof?
yeah, I
Like I want to
know.
see his dead ass body, man.
I know.
Because like, what if like he's not really dead and they have him like locked up in a cell somewhere and they're like making him do certain things or something?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, like a picture is always a picture tells 1,000 words, right? Or says
Yeah,
1,000 words.
you think they would give us a picture after 9/11?
Yeah,
They did, but I don't know.
it's something to confirm. Like I don't know, like even if you lit his corpse on fire, take a picture and show it to us. That's not graphic, right? It's just a corpse on fire.
Yeah.
But no, they can't show the
Nope.
general public any. Oh no, if someone got shot. No, we can't show that to anyone. We can't be real with you guys. We don't want to ruin, scare you guys and freak you out because we want you all to believe in God. God's real.
I don't trust any of these politicians.
That's why you'll never see me fucking registered to vote. Why would I vote for someone when I don't know their true intentions? Fuck me here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I vote. I just choose the lesser of two evils. But I don't know. I mean,
I'm not.
You should vote, man. I mean, because I'm in California, the Democrats always win every time. I mean,
Yeah, well,
you're in Pennsylvania, right? That's like a swing state. Pretty much, it is now. So
I
I mean,
think it is nailed.
your vote
Yeah,
actually
but
matters.
well, no, I understand what you're saying. Now, like if I was to be registered to vote, I'm Republican all day. Republican makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
then vote that way.
Democrat to me is that's the devil right there. I don't think he'll never be able to sell Democrat to
Well,
me.
especially Joe
Now,
Biden.
I was going to
He was pretty
register. I
bad.
was going to register and I was going to vote for Trump, but it didn't matter. Trump won anyway. But
Yeah. Oh, there's Quentin Tarantino. Okay.
Yeah. You see he's like infected too. His skin's kind of bubbling up. So like it's really Bruce Willis and all of his men. His men are infected. And they're basically sustaining the virus because of that green smoke from the scientists. But this is really like one of the most epic moments of the movie here, though. This whole interaction here with Cherry and Quentin Tarantino, and she ends up taking that wooden stump and jams it into his eye, which is also very reminiscent of Lucio Fulci's Zombie, and how like the one girl gets the fucking wooden spike into her fucking eye. I wouldn't be surprised, if Quentin Tarantino's like, can I get a fucking wooden spike in my eye like the Zombie movie?
He's telling her she
He's
looks
like,
like
now
Rita
I'm gonna give
Gardner.
you some fucking wood. And his dick's melting off here because he's infected. He's like, what? Oh, I'm just gonna have to hurry this up. His dick's like literally melting off. You need your gas? Oh, fuck the gas. Fuck it. I'm just gonna have to make this quick. Fuck the gas. All he has to do is inhale some of that gas and his normal, he'll be his normal self again. But he's like, no, fuck the gas. I'm just gonna make this quick.
Yeah, this is like a
talent number
perfect scene
30.
for. This is like a perfect scene for Quentin because, him in like a cheesy B movie, like.
I mean, like, oh man, it's so gross, man. When he has the needles in his eyes and his skin is all saggy and melting off, it's all soggy and wet looking. But like, I bet you, when this was all being like thought up and conceived or whatever, I bet you Quentin Tarantino was probably on Rodriguez's ass. He's like, make sure you write a part for me. You're not making this movie without me being in it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And now this is where El Rey hooks up Cherry with the assault rifle on her fucking leg. He's like, right now, I need you to become who you're meant to be. Now I want you to stand. She stands up on that fucking man. I bet you, I bet you they probably had some trouble, like really executing everything with that fucking assault rifle on the leg to make sure that like everything looks right. Which is another reason why I think, you know, it might have been challenging for Rose McGowan as an actress to, you know, get the fucking right body movements down and everything. But man, she's fucking shit up right now, man.
The guy keeps talking about his barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, JT. Because his brother, the sheriff, he wants his recipe.
Oh, that's
and he refuses to give his recipe to anyone. So like, yeah, like they're brothers, they have an ongoing feud, and like his brother wants that recipe.
Easier access.
Yeah. Let's get back to the caveman saying, "Hey, strippers with fake open bandage or appendages with appendages. I don't know what the hell that word is. Was the topic in the Hobo movie? Oh, right. Joshua Miller was cast in Near Dark because director Catherine Bigelow liked him in River's Edge. Okay, makes sense. That's a movie I did a stream for. When did I do that? It might have been back in May. I did a watch party for Near Dark. Very underrated vampire movie, though. With, you know, Bill Paxton, Lance Hendrickson. Man, such a cool scenery. You got El Rey on a motorcycle. You got Cherry on the back. You know, all she needs is just to lift up that assault rifle on the leg and just fucking annihilate everyone. And for good measure too, they put a knife on the gun as if she really needs the gun, right? It's just there for decoration, really. Leslie Nielsen's in Repossessed. Right. All right, now I know what movie you're talking about there, Russell. Now I know what you're talking about. Caveman saying they showed his body to the people of his own country. Oh, all right. Yeah, I want to see his fucking dead ass corpse, though. I want to see it hanging somewhere. Maybe fed to some sharks or something. Well, this is where Abby, the scientist, is explaining to them. He's like, look, if I get to this place, I can come up with an antidote and we can fucking rescue everyone and save the world. But everything's going to go to shit here once the scientist gets knocked off here.
Bruce Willis killed Bin Laden.
Yeah, he talks about how he put one in his heart and two in his computer. Man, Abby just got his head blown off, the scientist, so now they're fucked. Like, oh, I don't suppose there are any other biochemical engineers around, are there? Of course there's not. We have to get over that wall. And I didn't know Tom Holland wrote Class of '84, but Tom Holland is someone, besides the fact that he, you know, can obviously direct a horror movie, he's someone who understands the genre and can definitely write things. Caveman saying, I'm more agnostic more than anything, but pretty much the same page as you, Sean. Yeah, I don't, you know, if people believe in God and all that stuff, that's fine, but I just think life is too short for religion and politics. Way too short for it. Before you know it, you're going to be dead. What did you do your whole life? Sitting there making sure that you walked a straight line to get into heaven. You don't even know if the place exists. You know, I feel like a lot of people, they get steered into a wrong direction with politics and religion. And next you know it, you're not living the life that you intended because you're living what other people have set up for you. To me, that's just wrong to do that to people. But people are just very gullible like that. But, you know, again, if people want to believe in politics and religion, that's fine. But just make sure you don't shove that shit down my throat. That's all, you know. But yeah, I would consider myself very agnostic or atheist, somewhere in between one of those two. But I don't know. I just believe in waking up every day and seeing and hearing and touching what I can, you know, see in front of me, what I can touch and feel and stuff, you know, like what's going on through my reality. But yeah, bottom line is though, life is too short for religion and politics.
And Quentin Tarantino.
Damn, yo, Cherry is hauling ass on foot with that assault rifle. Oh, that's so cool when she uses the grenade launcher to launch herself in the air. And then she's just coming down on the zombies, just launching more grenades. And she slides on her stomach, does a fucking 360 fucking spin, and starts lighting up all the zombies. Then you get that classic stripper song from the beginning.
Yeah, see, on the one I'm watching, she hasn't gotten the gun yet on her leg. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah,
you might be watching like a longer cut or a shorter cut. I don't know.
Maybe I'm watching the director's cut, or I don't know. It's like an hour 45.
How long does it say?
Hour 45, 33 seconds.
Oh yeah, mine's like an hour 31.
No way.
Yeah, I'm an hour 31, and I have
this is like the director's cut or something. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're watching a different cut of the movie. Now that explains it, because I'm like, I know we're off a little bit, but like I'm like, something still don't sound right.
It's like edited differently.
Yeah, because like I had the original pressing Blu-ray where it's literally the way it was intended to be shown, like the way it was screened in the theater. Like if after this movie's done and the credits are done, like the trailers are going to play and everything. It's going to go right into Death Proof. So I mean that's fine though, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you're watching it over there, as long as you're watching it and you're having a good time, that's fine. It's you know, again, it's just a watch party stream. It's not like and it's not like what you and I are doing here is dead serious, you know.
Yeah, Tarantino just said "fuck the gas."
Yeah, so you're at that scene. He's like, fuck the gas. I'm just gonna have to make this quick with my melting, dripping dick.
Was his balls fall off?
Yeah. But probably what we're gonna do though is, since I just want to try to keep this stream around like 2 hours.
Okay.
All right, I'm probably gonna end the stream in like 10 minutes, man, around like the 2:05 mark. And the reason for that is because I am coming up on my StreamYard limit. I want to try to make sure that there's time for the Death Proof stream. So I just got to make sure that. So what we'll do is, when I have to end the stream, you know, you can keep watching the movie on your end because you're really not that far behind.
Yeah, she just got the gun.
All right.
Like Tarantino just died.
I mean, the stream right now I just rolled over 157. So I'm going to just end things around like 2 hours and 5 minutes just to make sure that the time doesn't, you know, max out. Cause I am kind of like at that point. Actually, I think this is my like 7th watch party for the month. So I've been streaming a lot this month and they only give you that 20 hours for free. So just trying to make sure that there's going to be enough time for Tuesday for us to do Death Proof. But, you know, we'll definitely make sure that we're watching the, you know, the right cut and everything of that. And
yeah. Man, Tarantino's death's so brutal.
It is, man. But like you see, like when he gets turned into the zombie, how like his face is all saggy and soggy and drippy. Like at this, oh man, it really like it makes my stomach turn looking at him. And then like he throws something up. Right? You see that part? He throws up like this, like it looks like he throws up like his stomach, and then like these worms come out of it to make it even worse. But I'm at the part now where El Rey's he's been injured and he's not going to make it. And yeah, so Cherry's going to have to say her goodbyes to El Rey now. But she says to him, like, she says overall, she's actually like, she's hinting at the fact that she's more than likely pregnant and she's going to do everything to do what she can for this baby. But you know, she's really pissed at him because she's like, I thought it was you and me against the world. And then he's like, no, it's just you and the baby against the world now. So yeah, El Rey just died. But, you know, they all managed to get out of the military base there. They're getting out on a helicopter, and this is where they're going to get taken to the fucking island, which is kind of like how it ends in a way, like, you know, very, not exactly the same, but similar to George A. Romero's Day of the Dead.
This movie's just so crazy.
It is, man. It's relentless fun, man. It really is. Like, you know, I think for even for like, you know, people like you and me who enjoy action films, horror movies, and just to combine both of those genres and to have an old style, you know, 70s grindhouse feel to it and everything. Even just the quality of how the film looks with all the cracks and the specks and everything and the degraded coloring throughout it. It's just, I appreciate shit like this. And I don't know if we'll ever get something like this ever again, man. I don't know. Probably not. But I'm just glad that, you know, Tarantino and Rodriguez got to do something that, you know, they got to do a double feature movie like this based on what influenced them and what they grew up with.
Yeah. I think these movies didn't quite make as much as they hoped, you know, but
yeah, I mean,
I guess they made
I
Machete,
think it's still cool though.
and then
It's
Hobo
still
with
cool that they got,
Shotgun.
you know, the trailers produced full feature movies, you know, with Hobo,
Yeah, the
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving now.
Machete. Yeah. Now I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised. I'm not sure. I've seen a fake trailer. I've seen a fake trailer for Thanksgiving too, but I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking make that legit.
this
But I'm at the scene now
Tarantino.
where they're, huh?
Tarantino's so obsessed with just I would only want to make 10 movies and you know whatever.
Yeah. You know, at one point he was actually offered to make a Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah, well, and
He was
Star Trek
he was
too.
Yeah, like someone, I forget who it was, but they approached him about making a Star Wars movie. And he's like, "Do you understand what my style of filmmaking is?" He's like, "Do you really think I would work a Star Wars movie?" He's like, "As much as I love and appreciate Star Wars, he's like, no, I don't want to fuck up Star Wars. He's like, get me away from that."
No, Disney can fuck it up all on their own.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. It's a shame out of all that Star Wars material, the only shit they did that was good was like Rogue One and The Mandalorian. It's like, damn, maybe you guys keep pumping out Star Wars stuff, and it's like barely 80% of it's good. But yeah, I'm pretty much at the end of the movie now. Well, like I'm actually at the trailers.
Okay.
I'm at the werewolf woman of the SS right now.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and end this one here in just a couple minutes. But yeah, you can keep watching the movie on your end there, Alex. But yeah, we'll go ahead and close this one down here in just a couple minutes. So yeah, next time we'll be live here. We'll be continuing with the other side of Grindhouse here with Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof on Tuesday. So that'll be July 29th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I think that movie is a little bit longer than 2 hours. I kind of forget right now. So maybe that might be a bit of a longer stream, but I'll definitely make sure, you know, when we get on for that, Alex, that we're both watching the same print and everything. There's, you know, same cut of the movie, but no, dude, it's you know, it's no big deal, man. You know, as long as like I said, as long as you're watching it on your end and you're enjoying it and you're having a good time, that's fine, dude. Because you know, this is just a stream. It's just content on YouTube. It's nothing, you know, it's not the, it's not the, you know, no reason to be like, what the fuck, Alex? Why didn't you tell me? It's just not. It's all good, man. You know, I forgot Bill Moseley is the crazy Nazi doctor in the trailer. Because I'm watching the trailers right now. This is my Mecca with Nicolas Cage. God. God damn, I really hate StreamYard for not letting us fucking have video clips because I would love to be playing the trailer footage and everything right now.
These movies are perfect for that.
Yeah, but oh well, that's life. But it just is what it is. So yeah, next time we'll be live here, like I said, Tuesday, 29th. We'll be watching Death Proof to follow things up. And then on the 31st, I still got to get it scheduled. We'll be watching Machete to close things out. But yeah, I'm just glad that, we got around to doing the Grindhouse movies, and also, the feature films from the trailers that were, turned into full feature movies and everything. But yeah, I'll end this in about a minute. I'm watching the Don't trailer right now. Don't go in the house. But I love the lead up though. At the end of the Don't trailer, it's like don't. But yeah. So all right. Yeah. So yeah. Again, me and Alex will be back here on Tuesday to close out everything with Grindhouse, and then 31st we'll be watching Machete. So yeah, want to thank you all very much for hanging out here tonight with me and Alex to watch Grindhouse. Planet Terror, as I should say. Yeah, just take care, be safe, and I'll see you all in the next one, everyone.
All right. Later, everyone.
Oh, shit, hit the wrong button there. Why is that not going?